The real reason Diddy was never charged for Tupac's murder.
For us not to make an arrest, it's embarrassing.
Why everyone believes Diddy killed Tupac.
About Sean Diddy Combs.
Bring us together, not to separate us.
But the evidence says otherwise.
Promise you, the department will make this right.
The Diddy murder conspiracy that fooled millions.
While everyone wondered who killed Tupac,
evidence suggests Diddy offered $1 million to 40 gang members at an event to take out Tupac.
For nearly 3 decades, Sean Diddy Combs has lived under a cloud of murder allegations that refuse to die. Tupac Shakur, the Notorious B.I.G. mysterious bathroom encounters, whispered confessions, federal investigations.
You know, had it been just your ordinary drive-by shooting, solved it a long time ago.
Absolutely not.
That the murder of Biggie Smalls is directly related to the murder of Tupac.
This case is legendary, and I want to be the cop that was finally able to help solve kids, man.
September 16th, 2024. As Diddy sits in a federal detention center facing serious criminal charges, the old rumors have exploded back to life. Social media is flooded with murder theories. Podcasters are connecting dots that don't exist. And millions of people are convinced they know the truth about crimes that may never have happened. Tonight, we're separating fact from fiction once and for all. November 1994. Times Square, New York. Tupac Shakur was shot 5 times in the lobby of Quad Recording Studios. As he lay bleeding on the marble floor, he looked up and saw something that would change hip-hop forever. Sean Puffy Combs and the Notorious B.I.G. walking out of an elevator. In Tupac's mind, that moment confirmed everything. The setup, the betrayal, the East Coast conspiracy against him. But here's what Tupac didn't know. Puffy and Biggie had been in a completely different studio. They had no idea what happened until they saw the ambulances. But perception became reality, and reality became war. Death Row Records versus Bad Boy Entertainment. Suge Knight versus Sean Combs. It wasn't just a rivalry, it was a blood feud that would claim 2 of the greatest rappers who ever lived. But here's what the documentaries won't tell you. An atmosphere of violence doesn't automatically make someone guilty of murder. The 1990s hip-hop scene involved real criminals, real danger, and real deaths. But that environment also created a culture where every tragedy was immediately linked to conspiracy, where every death had to have a mastermind behind it. And somehow, every conspiracy theory would lead back to the same name: Diddy. September 7th, 1996. Las Vegas, Nevada. 11:15 p.m. Tupac Shakur was sitting in the passenger seat of a BMW when a white Cadillac pulled up alongside. 4 shots rang out. 2 hit Tupac in the chest, 1 in the arm, 1 in the thigh. 6 days later, he was dead. Within hours, the whispers began. Who ordered the hit? Who had the most to gain? Who wanted Tupac silenced forever? The answer, according to the internet, was obvious: Diddy. But where does this theory actually come from? Enter Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, a Compton Crip with direct connections to the shooting. For years, he stayed silent. Then, in the 2000s, he started talking, and what he said exploded across the internet like wildfire. Diddy offered me $1 million to kill Tupac and Suge Knight. The story was perfect. Too perfect. Rivalry, money, revenge, gang connections. Everything the public wanted to believe about the dark side of hip-hop. Podcasters ran with it. Documentaries featured it. Social media spread it like gospel. But here's where the theory completely falls apart. Keefe D didn't just change his story once. He changed it dozens of times. In some interviews, Diddy specifically wanted Tupac dead. In others, he offered money for anyone from Death Row Records. In still others, the conversation was about Suge Knight, not Tupac. In some versions, the meeting never happened at all. 2008. LAPD interview room. Detectives sat down with Keefe D for hours of recorded testimony. He told them everything about the night Tupac died. Every detail, every participant, every motive. But when it came to Diddy's alleged $1 million bounty, the story kept changing. Maybe it was Puffy. Maybe it wasn't. I don't really remember who said what. 2023, Las Vegas Police Department. After 27 years, they finally arrested Keefe D for Tupac's murder. The indictment was 18 pages long. It detailed the conspiracy, the planning, the execution, and the cover-up. Diddy's name appears exactly 0 times. No evidence, no charges, no credible witness testimony linking him to the crime. The man who supposedly ordered the most famous murder in hip-hop history wasn't even mentioned in the official charges. But the internet had already made up its mind. March 9th, 1997, Los Angeles, California, 12:47 a.m. 6 months after Tupac's death, another tragedy struck. Christopher Wallace, the Notorious B.I.G, was gunned down while leaving a party at the Peterson Automotive Museum. Diddy's best friend, his biggest star, his golden goose. The conspiracy theories exploded immediately. Why did Diddy let Biggie travel to LA? Why didn't he provide better security? Was this retaliation for Tupac? Or something much worse? Some theories suggested Diddy sacrificed Biggie to cover up his involvement in Tupac's murder. Others claimed he orchestrated both deaths to eliminate witnesses. The most extreme versions painted him as a criminal mastermind playing both sides of a deadly game. Here's what actually happened. The LAPD investigated Biggie's murder for over 2 decades. They examined every angle, every connection, every possible motive. They interviewed hundreds of witnesses. They analyzed thousands of pieces of evidence. Detective Russell Poole, who led the initial investigation, spent years pursuing various theories: corrupt cops, gang retaliation, death row connections. The evidence pointed to gang retaliation, possibly connected to death row records or Compton Street politics. But evidence doesn't sell documentaries. Conspiracy theories do. And then came the strangest rumor of all, the bathroom story. You've probably seen it on TikTok, heard it whispered on some podcast, read it in a comment section somewhere. The details are always different, but the implication is always the same. Diddy gets violent with someone in a hotel bathroom. A witness sees something horrible. Blood. Bodies. A cover-up that reaches the highest levels of the music industry. Here's what's fascinating about this story. It doesn't exist. No police report, no victim's name, no witness on record, no hotel, no date, no corroborating evidence of any kind. The details change every time someone tells it. A hotel in New York becomes a studio in LA, becomes a club in Miami. The victim's identity shifts from a rival rapper to a music executive to a random partygoer. The witness disappears entirely when pressed for details. What doesn't change is this: there is zero proof it ever happened. This isn't journalism. It's folklore, urban legend created around a man people already fear, spread by an internet that rewards sensationalism over accuracy. But why do people believe it? Why do these murder theories persist despite zero evidence? The answer lies in 3 powerful psychological forces that make conspiracy theories irresistible. First, the image. Diddy built a persona of absolute power and control. The shiny suits, the champagne lifestyle, the "I run this" attitude. When you project that level of dominance, people assume you're capable of anything, including murder. Second, the environment. The 1990s hip-hop scene involved real violence, real criminals, and real deaths. When you operate in that world, every tragedy gets linked to every powerful figure. If someone dies, someone powerful must have ordered it. That's how conspiracy thinking works. Third, modern allegations. In recent years, Diddy has faced serious lawsuits and criminal investigations for abuse, trafficking, and coercion. When someone is already in legal trouble, old rumors suddenly sound much more believable, even when they're completely unrelated. But here's the logical fallacy that destroys all these theories. Being guilty of one type of crime doesn't automatically make you guilty of every crime people have ever accused you of. Let's examine what 30 years of investigation has actually produced. Tupac's murder. Keefe D has been charged based on his own confessions and corroborating evidence. Diddy is not mentioned in the indictment, not considered a suspect, and not connected to the crime by any credible evidence. Biggie's murder. Despite decades of investigation by the LAPD, FBI, and private investigators, no evidence has ever emerged linking Diddy to his best friend's death. The bathroom story. No evidence this event ever occurred. No victim, no witness, no police report, no investigation. After 3 decades, the evidence is clear. There is no evidence. But conspiracy theories don't need evidence. They need narrative. And the narrative of Diddy as a criminal mastermind is too compelling for people to abandon, even when faced with facts. Here's what makes this story even more complex. While the murder allegations lack evidence, Diddy does face serious criminal charges for other crimes. September 2024. Federal prosecutors charged him with racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. These are real charges, based on real evidence involving real victims. But here's what's crucial to understand. These current charges don't validate the old murder theories. They're completely separate allegations involving completely different types of crimes. Yet, in the court of public opinion, they've been merged into one massive conspiracy. People see the current charges and think, "See? I knew he was capable of murder too." That's not how evidence works. That's not how justice works. And that's not how truth works. December 2024. Federal Detention Center, Brooklyn. As Sean Diddy Combs sits in jail awaiting trial for serious criminal charges, the murder rumors continue to spread. But after 30 years of investigation, speculation, and conspiracy theories, the facts remain unchanged. Sean Combs has never been charged with murder. Wanting something to be true doesn't make it true. In the end, Sean Combs may be guilty of many things, some of which may be proven in court. But as of right now, murder is not one of them. Yet I know many of you watching this still have doubts, still feel like there's something we're missing, still believe that where there's this much smoke, there must be fire. And maybe you're right.